Here are 5 quick and nerdy tips to how to get your Christmas preparations in place just in time. Number 1. Illusion Mirror Christmas Present. Begin with a cardboard box of any shape or size, preferably with a lid on top. Remove the lid from the box, then use it as a template to trace it on a piece of acrylic. Repeat this one more time, so we end up with 2 traces on the acrylic. We can then cut the shapes out with a hacksaw or a scroll saw, depending on what you have available. Remember to take your time to be accurate, this will really save you some time later on. Refine the edges with a file, and then we have our finished shapes. Now we can work on the box. We want the inside to be as invisible as we possibly can, so I suggest going for a black paint. As for the outside, I suggest going for whatever color you think is right. This special build is for my niece, and I really think she'll enjoy the pink color. Let's drill a hole for the wires to go through. This is where the power will enter the box, and we want it to be as hidden as possible. It's time to apply the mirror film on both our shapes. Spray some water on it before sticking it on and forcing out all the air bubbles. It's very quick and very easy to do. Just keep in mind that your surface better be entirely dust-free for this. With an X-Acto knife or a utility knife, cut away the excess mirror film and force out all remaining air bubbles for a smooth finish. Now we can stick our LED strip through the hole we previously drilled. After doing so, we have to push our bottom mirror shape down and then glue it around the inside of our box. I went with 2 layers of LED strips for extra depth, using some wires and some soldering to connect them. If you're not comfortable with soldering, there are solder-free LED joints out there, so just use that instead. After the strips are in place, we can connect the LEDs to a power supply, soldering the black wire to the black and the red wire to the red wire, and finally putting some shrinking tube on the joint just to seal and isolate it. Now we stick the second mirror shape to the box lid, and finally put the lid on the box. All that remains now is to turn on the power. And wow, it looks beautiful! It's just the perfect little self-made Christmas present. Number 2. Pokémon Christmas Stockings. Trace out the shape of a stocking on a piece of paper. Cut it out with a scissor to get a template. Take 2 pieces of felt and put them on top of each other. That way we only have to cut around the template one time. Trace the template on the cloth and then cut the shape out with a scissor. Okay, we have a split stocking. That's not convenient to store candy in, so let's glue all the edges together with some hot glue. Let's make it prettier by putting on some white felt at the top. It's kinda starting to look like a stocking. Let's make a little handle by putting 2 thin pieces together and glue them to the inside of the opening. Now sketch out the shape of the eyes and cut out an outer black shape, some blue eye color and a little piece of white. Glue these parts together to create an eye, then put the eye on the stocking. A long and thin piece of black, shaped with some hot glue, will make out the mouth. And just add 2 tiny bits of black for the nostrils. Say hi to Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and a Pokeball, all ready for that sweet Christmas Day candy. Number 3. The Christmas Ornament Makeover. Why not give your old Christmas ornament a fresh and unique look in just a couple of minutes? All you need is some black and white paint to turn this red ornament into a brand new Pokeball. And hey, they will go great together with those fabulous new Pokemon stockings. Hey, listen! If you or anyone in your house is a longtime Legend of Zelda fan, this one is perfect for you. You can easily create a chain of novice by taking some blue light up ornaments, then cut out paper wings and glue them on. These look really awesome, and it's so simple. Nobody in the apartment building is gonna beat the nerdiness of my windows, that's for sure. This time, take a green Christmas ornament and cut out a little strip of colored fabric. Glue it around the top of the sphere, then finally add 2 pieces of googly eyes. Take a look, you have made yourself a Christmas mutant ninja ornament. Make 3 more and you have the entire crew. Number 4. The glowing canvas snowflakes. For this cool project, all you need is a piece of canvas and some cheap battery-powered Christmas lights. Remember back to the good old preschool days, when you could relax inside all day and create paper snowflakes to hang on the windows. That's the way we're making this snowflake, just by folding paper and cutting the shapes out. Creating a snowflake takes about 1 minute, so you can create many patterns and pick your favorite. Or you could look some cool ones up on the internet. Now turn your canvas upside down and with a pencil mark a 1 cm border on the inside of the wooden frame. This is to constrain our design and make a flush border. Now take your snowflake design and fasten it to the canvas. With a pencil we need to trace the entire snowflake. This may seem like a lot of work, but it goes surprisingly fast. Just take a look, we're done already. Then use an X-Acto knife to cut on the lines. Make sure to have a steady hand, as any slip of the knife will be visible. The cleaner the cuts, the better it'll look. Take the battery-powered Christmas lights and glue them around the wooden frame. Then glue on some white cardboard on the backside. The battery pack can be fastened on the back of the canvas. There it will work as a stabilizer and give easy access to change the batteries. And that's it. It looks great as a decoration in daylight, but in the dark it's really something else. Totally worthwhile for a quick homemade Christmas decoration. Number 5. The DIY Christmas Cup. For this, we're gonna need some porcelain markers. If you have access to a stencil or a stencil cutting machine, apply the stencil to your cup. If not, freehanding is also possible. You just have to be a tiny bit more careful. On this one, I'm going for some standard health bar hearts, which will fit perfectly on a cup filled with hot chocolate on a cold Christmas morning. There's no better time to regenerate some lost health. I'm trying to be careful to create the borders jagged, just so it looks a little bit like pixels. When the outer edge is done, fill it with the appropriate color, which is red in our case. Be careful to fill it as evenly as possible, as this will make it look more professional in the end. When you're done painting, carefully peel off the sticker we used as a stencil. Put the cups in the oven for 30 minutes, and when they're done, take them out and let them cool before you use them. And please be careful, they can be really hot. I think these turn out really nice, so I might have a hard time giving them away. If you liked the video, please take the time to share it with your friends and relatives. And don't forget that we have a Patreon if you want to support our future projects. We are so thankful for the support we get. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.